All right, welcome to Museum Minds. We're so glad that you're here today. We are doing things a little bit differently today. Ugh, what is this meetup all about? On the regular, this meetup is all about us doing a presentation of some sort of learning opportunity that is relevant to the museum industry as a whole. And then we have a tiny little intermission so that I can get a drink of water and Rainey can get a drink of water and you all can like have a little introverted rest for a moment because even though I'm excited, I need a little rest and it's like 1 minute. And then we do networking questions at the end of the call. But today we're gonna just go ahead and mix it up a little bit because what is life without a little spice, right? So we are going to mingle today, and we are going to make sure that all of our folks are chatting, that all of our folks are hearing from other industry leaders and different things like that, and making sure that you can get some connection points throughout the time because there's so many great people here today. All right. So the way that that's going to look is that we're going to have what we call the mind meld because breakout rooms is super sterile and nobody likes to say, "Oh, we're going into breakout rooms." So, um, the mind meld is going to be just a few people for just 5 minutes. And then we're going to do it again. And then you're going to meet some new friends. And then we're going to come back together as a big group and we're going to chat a little bit. And then we're going to go into what we're calling living room chats. And that means we're inviting you into our space to chat about the things we love the most. And you'll get to choose which place that you want to go for that one. All righty. So let's see. Once we do our living room chat, then we're coming back again, big group, Q&A. We're all going to plus up each other. You can ask questions of the entire group. That's what today is going to look like. Small, medium, and large groups. Because we want you guys to meet each other. All right, are you ready for it? Are you ready? It's going to be so good. All right, so we're going to introduce ourselves quick. Rainey, you want to go first?
I would love to. So my name is Rainey Robison. My business is Neptune Sugar Marketing and Design. I have over 20 years of experience working in nonprofit marketing, and I work with a lot of arts and culture organizations, as well as museums of all types, helping them with elevating their marketing and better reaching their audiences.
Fantastic.
What about you, Beth?
Oh, what about me? Thanks so much for that introduction. Yay. I'm Beth Houseward and I run Inspired Impact. I am a museum consulting business. And I always say I help emerging museums and new museum professionals jumpstart their industry knowledge because we know that so many people who work for museums didn't start as museum people. So getting that jump start and getting them further into the process right off the bat and having a good sounding board is essential. So I do that. Lots of training, things like that. But I also work with some really amazing friends to heighten the education and intergenerational offerings and exhibits. So lots of good stuff. Oh my gosh, we're good friends. All right, so are we ready? Anybody? This is going to be amazing. I'm just telling you, friends. We are so ready. All right. So, Rainey, can you tell us one thing? Just because
We didn't
we're
get the Illuminati shot, so we won't be getting creepy.
can everybody go ahead and mute themselves just until you get out into the breakout? Um, One thing that I have to do is I need to set up the breakout rooms. So Rainey's going to tell you a little story about how we started Museum Minds while I configure the breakout rooms. Thanks for
I would love
working.
to, of course. And I'm sure some of you have heard this before because we see some familiar faces, but hopefully we have some new people too. But for those of you who are new to Museum Minds, I just realized, by the way, Beth, that I think we've been doing this almost a year. So we have almost come full circle. But about a year ago, Beth and I, well, let's go back a little bit more than that. About a year and a half ago, Beth and I met in a business incubator, and we both realized we had museum backgrounds and a little bit different experience. But we, started talking and said, I think we need to be working together in some way. And people kept asking us different questions, like they'd ask Beth marketing questions and she'd throw it my way and vice versa. And we finally said, I think we could create a space where people could connect with each other. We could have different topics on different marketing, fundraising, partnerships. We've had, gosh, maybe 10 or so topics now. And we've always had, new people coming. And, this is a much smaller, more intimate group, which I'm really excited about. But some days we've had over 100 people here, depending on the topic. But it's just been a really fun endeavor and a really great way that we've been able to meet museum professionals and start to have those important conversations about how we can do a better job.
Fantastic.
Do you have anything to add, Beth?
You told that story so lovingly, and I have to say that Rainey and I are also really great friends now. So that's a beautiful thing that has come about from hosting Museum Minds and collaborating and having a good time. So, all right, I think I have this configured so that there will be 2 participants per room. If you're not on your camera, and if for some reason your friend who is supposed to be joining you doesn't come into the room because they're listening in the background and kind of multitasking, as one of our favorite presenters would say, come back to me. Stop multitasking. Now is the time to focus. I'm going to go ahead and create these. It might just dump you into them. But
and again, to reiterate, we're just saying, hi, how you doing? And then it's like a speed dating, right?
Yes, Rainey. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, the assignment for the first round is introduce yourself and say what you're hoping to learn today. All right, let's see. I'm going to open the rooms. And Rainey, it looks like you're in a room as a participant. Cool. Awesome. Here we go. You have 5 minutes, so keep it concise and keep it awesome. Awesome. And heck, if you don't go into a room, you can always stay here and chat with me. All right, let's see. Did everybody get to where they need to be? Everybody. All right, let's see. If for some reason you do not have a friend in your room, feel free to come back to me. It looks like a few people may have gotten kicked off. So I'm trying to get them back into rooms. We'll see. We'll see. I'm jockeying people around who may not be in rooms. All righty, let's see. Celine, did you not get a friend in your room? Oh, you were paired with an AI robot.
Yes, I was like, is this 2025 now? I'm in a breakout room with AI.
Hi, I'll talk to you, Celine. My person wasn't in there. Hi.
Love it.
Hi.
Then I don't have
Hi,
to pause the
everyone.
recording. And you guys are going to be on the recording. So just FYI, when we have the recording, it will only be this room that is recording.
Okay, no pressure.
No pressure to be PC, just
Yeah. Hi,
All right.
Celine. We
Hi.
haven't met before, but it looks like you are in a collections lab. Wait, no, that's someone. I thought that was a I thought that was a magnifying glass there.
Internet
It was
is
the back of a chair.
right now. So if I'm spotty, I apologize. I'm currently in Africa, so my internet is on and off.
Well, it's so good to have you here
Go ahead.
today, joining with us. Oh my goodness, you can listen in, contribute when you want to. We've got what, like 3 minutes left? So chat amongst yourselves.
Cool. Well, super quickly, I'm Cynthia Brown. I'm the CEO and principal of Museum EXP. So we work as an extension of our museum friends to execute projects large to small.
Nice to meet you. I am Celine. I'm the operations manager at Kids Discovery Station. We're a small museum in Merced, California. We opened about this year, 4 years ago. End of this year, it's going to be 4 years. And yeah, we are now just finally starting to grow, which is really exciting.
Oh, so fun. So where did you say you were from again? Children's?
I'm from Kids Discovery Station in Merced, California.
Okay, fantastic. I've got a couple other friends. I actually was just talking to people from Moxie this
Hi,
morning,
everyone.
which was so fun, so fun. All right, Keisha, you want to introduce yourself if you can?
If I can, I'm gonna go super duper fast. Hi, everyone. My name is Keisha Marisma. I am the founder and creative director of Zhuzh, which is an accessory brand where our mission is to preserve the stories and the techniques and the artisans of the African diaspora through fashion. I have been working in a small country in West Africa for the past 6 years, and I'm currently here right now with the team. But I'm interested in getting into museum bookstores, and I also have workshops that I do with different artisans, and I would love to partner up with different museums to host workshops. So I'm excited to meet everyone and to connect with everyone.
Fantastic, fantastic. All right, I think we are getting close to the end of our time. So I'm going to say we're going to close our rooms, and I think it's going to give them a 1 minute warning to wrap up. All right, yes. There we go. And then we're going to get ready. They're all going to come back here in just a second. This is new stuff for us. Like a lot of times we do a breakout and it's just like one in the session. And I'm like, no, we're going to do a whole bunch of them this time. We're going to just have a good time, do something different, meet some new friends. Everybody should be coming back to us. Oh my word, we are now down to 12 participants. Holy smokes. That tells me right away that people hate breakout rooms, right? Nobody wanted to talk. Okay. Well, we know this now that we are not we are not going to have this kind of thing again because we want to be able to talk to each other, right? All right, so let's see. Since we have a small group, I'm going to throw us into another breakout real quick because you all don't seem to mind being in breakouts. Oh, no, wait. Now we're up to 20. Those people were just chatting. Oh my gosh, I had a heart attack for a minute. All right. I was concerned that a majority of the call had left us because it said there were only 12 people remaining on the call. And I was like, oh gosh, we're never doing this again. But now you're all back. One person we did lose is my loyal co-host. She's texting me saying, oh my gosh, I don't know what happened. I can't get back in. Oh no. All right, so we're going to get ready for another breakout. And let me see. I'm going to recreate the rooms and I'm going to go down to 10 rooms because I know that we had some folks that were paired up with like AI note takers and different things like that. So hopefully we can get everybody assigned and not have you be alone. If for some reason you are alone, just go ahead and come back to this main room and you get to chat with me. And actually, Jamie, I'm going to move you because right now you are paired up with the AI note taker. So I'm going to put you with one of our besties and you're going to get to meet them. All right, here we go. We're opening 5 minutes, friends. 5 minutes. Hi,
Hi.
how are you?
See my text?
I saw one that said, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe." And um I did let everybody on the call know that you left me.
Okay. Right. Just
Cynthia
in the middle.
Brown, how are you? This is my friend John.
Yes, I'm not Cynthia. I just joined the link that was on our calendar because I forgot to copy the link.
You
So
wanted to come and say hi to me. Ah.
yeah.
Rainey meet John. John meet Rainey. This is John
Hi.
from Museum EXP, my
Nice to
coworker.
meet you.
Mhm.
So
Yes,
fun.
I was on a call. I mean, my schedules are always so busy that I can't always join, but I was on one of the earlier calls with the museum mind. So I think
Thank
we
you.
connected, but
Emojis.
not. There were more people I think on that call.
Well,
So
and now I'm doing more work with John. So,
yeah.
John, can I dump you into a room to say hi
Oh,
to
sure. Are there
somebody?
breakout rooms already? Yeah.
Yeah, because it looks like there's a room that has only one person.
Okay.
I'm
It's
dumping you in
probably
there.
the one I was supposed to be in.
Yeah.
No, it's somebody who's not joining. This Jose is here, but not here. So I think that's part of it. We are still recording. So we can either splice and, dice here, or we can talk about really amazing things. Um, so yeah, I'm just looking in the chat and seeing if there's any questions. The current session gets done in 3 minutes. Oh, it looks like Daniel is going through the exact same thing as us. It says right here, this meeting is the first time that I've been able to sit down today. Makes sense,
Mhm.
right? So fun. So fun. I can pause this, but you just have to remind me to unpause it.
Okay.
Okay, then now they're gonna have 60 seconds to come back to us. And it looks like one person from Terre Haute is gonna have to leave. And maybe actually that person may have been in my training
Mm.
a while back, because I had a couple different people from Terre Haute Children's Museum in my last training. See, there must be some good conversation happening.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Only 2 rule followers who heeded the warning of 60 seconds remaining. Rochelle, how are you? It's good
I'm
to
good.
see
How are you?
you. Good, good.
Yeah.
Any new
Hi,
exciting
Rochelle.
movement that's happening?
I'm going to be a presenter at ACM.
Yay.
What are you
Wonderful.
presenting on?
I'm presenting in something that is not my area of expertise at all, but in a marketing session about creating a style guide because we just are like
Wonderful.
wrapping up our style guide. So I'm
Oh,
joining
but
some other. Huh?
yeah, I was going to say, I love that though, that they're pulling in an emerging museum to talk about the perspective, like right at the beginning. For those of you who are just joining us, Rochelle is talking to us about her session she has coming up at Interactivity, and it's all about creating a brand and style guide for her emerging museum that does not have a location yet and is going to be crazy innovative because it will be a outdoor children's museum. So we're so excited, right? Daniel, give her the high fives. I completely agree. All right. So if you're meeting new friends and you're having lots of fun, give me a thumbs up. Give me a head shaking nod. Yes. Okay, fantastic. The plan was to do one more mini session. So whether you're going to meet up with a new person or continue a conversation with an old person or I shouldn't say old person, current museum friend, I'm going to configure the rooms again, recreate them, and try to make sure that no one is partnered up with an AI bot. Let me see. And Rainy, it does look like you're going to be in a spot this time. If anybody again gets into a room that has no one, just go ahead and swing on back to say hi to me. All right, one more change, and then we are going to head in. I know that at least one person had to leave a little early. So, all right, we're getting ready. Again, introduce yourself, say hey, and get to know your museum friends. John Shaw, it shows me that you didn't join. Alyssa, are you heading into a new one or are you gonna stick around with me? Your person just went to the room.
Oh, dang it.
So let's see if I can, I don't know if I can move you.
I can join back.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Bye, Beth.
Hi. Maybe. Friends are chatting. Oh my gosh, everybody did a good job chatting, huh? Was it good?
Definitely.
Good. Fantastic. Keisha, I hope that your connection has been good to be able to stick around.
Yes, it's been good. It's been good. I'm grateful.
Fantastic. For those who may not have paired up with Keisha yet, she's joining us from South Africa.
Wow.
West
Fantastic.
Africa. West
West
Africa.
West
Yes.
Africa.
Yes.
Pardon me. But
Yeah.
how cool is that, right? We have like this really amazing international crowd. I had someone I chatted with last week who was from Zurich and wanted to chat about museums and things like that. I just thought it was the coolest thing to have that. And then Rainey and I are actually part of a group. Oh goodness, where are our counterparts from in our other group? Lisbon? Oh, I can't remember.
Holland,
Ireland?
one of them, right?
Is from where?
Holland, and one from,
Holland, I think.
I thought,
Oh my gosh, isn't it funny how like as United States citizens, our geography understanding is a little mixed. It was not my highest score in school, and I have to say, that's why I don't work in history museums that much. But when it comes to education, I can help you with that all the way. All right. Wonderful. It looks like we had one person who has to go off. If you said hi to Beth during the session, she had to pop away. All right. So let's chat for a minute. What is an insight that you found out about someone else on the call? Just go ahead and come off mute and let me know, because I didn't get to go on the breakouts. But also, in case someone else didn't meet your friend. Anybody cool and exciting?
Oh, I got one. I found out that Daniel is like OG Museum EXP partner, contributor, something. That's amazing.
He absolutely is. And I have to tell you that I think Museum EXP currently has the monopoly of participants in this call right now. So, Cynthia or John, can you give us a quick overview of what you do and call out your friends on this call?
Yeah, I can jump in. So it depends on, who we're talking to, because basically we just help museums execute their exhibit projects, no matter what that is, whether it's a big renovation or a small new addition. If that's beyond their internal capacity, that's usually they call us and we plug in. And we've worked with so many great people on this call because we put together these teams of whoever has the right expertise for whatever the project is. So Daniel, Jamie, Beth, Cynthia and I have all worked together in different ways and different projects, but it's funny that this happens all the time where we've worked with Daniel and Jamie, but they've never worked together on a project because they have opposite sides of the same skill set.
Well, and now they get to see each other and say hey, and maybe something new will come about in the future, which is so good, so good. All right, any other aha moments, any other cool things that other friends should know that maybe somebody is a little too humble to talk about themselves, and you can give them a little shout out?
I'm gonna call out Beth, Brandon. I don't know.
Oh, the other Beth, yes.
Yeah, other Beth. So she's working on a really cool exhibition, using her background and skills for multi-generational programming. So really exciting stuff happening over at the Indiana Historical Society.
Oh, fantastic. Lovely. That's so good. So good. It's probably the name. It's probably why she's so amazing. Just saying. All right, Angie, you came off mute. Tell us about your meetups so far.
Well, I had a couple really awesome ones, but it was neat to meet Celine, who actually doesn't come from a museum background, but grew up in Germany, going to children's museums all the time, and now works in a children's museum, which I thought was so cool.
Good. So good. I love that when that happens too, because there are so many of us who work in museums that didn't really grow up in museums, but learned the ways and were quickly drinking the Kool-Aid kind of once we started working for a museum and just knew that that was our place. And being able to, bring up our own children in museum atmospheres, which is so, so cool. So fun. All right, one last opportunity to shout out a friend, and then we're gonna go and have a living room chat after this. Anybody else?
I'll chime in. Oh,
Oh, maybe me and John are going to give the same shout out. We were both in a room with Miss Sherry Watkins, who works on publications and has just finished a massive project for one of her clients to finish a book about textiles. So shout out to her.
Oh, fantastic. I love it when we can uplift each other and celebrate wins across the industry. That's so good. So good.
I will double that. That's exactly what I was going to say. Thank you, Claire.
Awesome. Hey, museum minds are thinking alike already. I love it. All right. Okay, we're going to go into our living room chat, and I think we're going to do this for like 7 minutes because of the fact that we took a little bit of extra time. There's going to be 3 options, and you get to choose where you want to go. Based on the questions that were asked in registration, we had a whole crew of newbies who were just trying to like break into the museum industry and were looking for tips and tricks and things like that. So there's a newbie. And then there's a marketing chatter, which is going to be Rainy's people. And then there's going to also be a programs and education chatter. And you can head into that one. I will decide where I want to be based on where everybody else is. If again, one person, just go ahead and join me. All right, so I'm going to open the rooms. You should be able to choose your own room to congregate in. Let's give it a try. Again, 7 minutes, and then we'll be back.
Are we supposed to get like a pop-up?
Did you or no? Okay, so
If
then
you
if
click
that's the, yep,
join
go down.
breakout room. Yeah.
Yep, and down at the bottom, if it's not coming up, click on more, and you should be able to find it there where the 3 dots are.
Okay, got it.
Breakout. Give that a try. Stinking Zoom without the pop-up. We're learning. We're trying. Thank you so much for experimenting with us. Fantastic. Danielle, are you chatting with me? Are you going to join?
I just don't know where to go.
Well, right now, I can tell you newbies has the most people. There's 9 people there.
Yeah, there's so many.
Nobody is in, 2 people are in
2
marketing.
people are.
5 people are in programs and education.
I'm like, I could join Rainy, but marketing's not my thing. Maybe I'll go into programs and education.
Yeah.
See what's happening.
Round it out.
All right. Bye.
Bye. I think that the living room chats must have been more popular because it took longer for everybody to come back. So good. Oh my gosh, I like this. I think this is good. We're getting to know so many fun people. So good, so good. All right. Let's see who else is here. Fantastic. Okay. So we have the last 8 minutes for just round robin. Anybody who wants to ask a question, activate the hive mind, AMA, ask me anything, whatever you want to call it. We get 8 minutes to do that. So pick the brains of your friends if you have big questions, or again, if you want to shout out the wins of somebody else who was in your group.
Were there any questions in the registration that?
Literally pulling it up right now. I was about to say,
that's how well I know you.
Pull up the registration. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's an old one. We're so incredibly organized here. That's why it's pretty easy to pull up the registration quickly. All right. Oh, here's another one. It has nothing to do with museums. If you could say one thing to the whole world as an audience, what would it be? That literally was a question about today's topic.
That's a big question.
Right?
And if you've ever been to Museum Minds before and there was a lingering question that didn't get answered, or just in general, you want to throw museums and culture matter. I love that, Cynthia.
Right? And I'm looking to see if I know that I downloaded this one. This one's showing me a different date.
We need this.
Right?
Be kind. I love that. Well, and actually going back to Cynthia's comment, do you feel like museums and culture are continuing to be devalued kind of through funding, or that it's I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm curious if you have more to say about that. Embrace lifelong learning.
I can comment on that.
Thank you.
I mean, I think, when you start looking at like the headlines of everything that's going on right now, being in the cultural space, you definitely feel, the pressure of everything that's going on right now. But when you look at the studies that have come out of, recent IMLS grants and NSF grants, the impact that we have as, working in the cultural space is so incredibly important to our communities and to individuals' overall mental health, and also like just the benefit of those tourism dollars on your local economies. I mean, there are only pluses. So I don't know. I guess I'm kind of rambling on my soapbox, but the work that we do is so incredibly important, and I'm so grateful every day. And even when we do have those two nickels and we have to rub them together, we can totally do it.
Yeah.
There's definitely innovation and creativity within the field that can make two nickels really, really impressive, even if they're wooden nickels. Yeah, it's so true. So true. So good.
And Riley has a question too. Hello all, I am currently trying to find my place in the vast and exciting museum world. If you had any advice for yourself at the beginning of your museum career, what would it be? And I would love to hear from all of you who have an answer to that, but I imagine Beth, you might even have some thoughts.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I think in general, like I tell all like new professionals in any field is like find what you're super passionate about and know that the unique quality of you is what's going to take you forward. And though it sounds a little meh, one of our previous coaches told us right out, they said, There are a lot of people in the world that know what you know, but people will hire you because of you and your personality and the way you are as a person.
Love that.
So just know that it's okay to be quirky. It's okay to be fun. It's okay to be an introvert. It's okay to, be very thoughtful and take time to think of things, stuff like that. So totally embrace your unique quality and know that the right things will come. Yeah. Ooh, I like yours, Cynthia. Empower yourself to say yes. Try things. I actually just forwarded a job description to a friend recently, and he was like, I don't think I'm qualified because they're asking for XYZ. And I'm like, who cares? Apply. The least they can say is, we'll train you. You're not qualified, but we'll train you because your effervescent personality is what's going to get you the job.
Yeah.
So that's my advice. That's my advice.
Yeah, they say that sometimes people, just because there's like 10% of the job that they don't know, they'll decide not to apply. But
Right.
apply. You should apply.
Exactly. Exactly. All right. We have a couple slides left, just giving you a quick little preview of what's coming for next month. And I have to say that that was a perfect segue. Because next month we are talking all about origin stories. And one of the things I talk about in a lot of my trainings is knowing your museum's history. But also on the other side of that too, our friend Carrie Cluen Lawrence has a book all about finding your origin story. So kind of blending together where we came from, who we are as people, and then also knowing where our museums came from and how to latch on to that. Rainey's going to do a couple questions with Lori or with Carrie all about how to leverage your museum's origin story for marketing. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about, leveraging your human origin story and personal origin story. So that was a perfect segue. Fantastic.
And I
So,
saw her speak at, I just have to say, I saw her speak at a women's conference and I had literally like a eureka moment based on her guidance. And then I went up to her after and I said, we need to talk. You need to be a guest on Museum Minds. So we're really excited to have her.
And Rainey just sent me her origin story workbook. And it's really thoughtful and it like goes into that like deep thinking about yourself. But I also think that it absolutely applies to museums and making sure that your marketing department and staff know where your museum came from.
Exactly.
So that's next month. We will absolutely send you an email tomorrow with all of the registration information. Also, if you want to get a hold of us, you know how to get a hold of us, and we can chat with us.
We'll send a follow-up email too.
Yeah, Rainey is doing a workshop. Woohoo! You want to tell us about it?
Yes, I would love to. So this is hot off the press. It's not happening until March, but I would love to have you join us for a 90-minute workshop. Something I usually would charge $100 or more for, but it's basically 5 days to elevate your marketing in under an hour per day. And it will be a very interactive workshop, and we'll just walk through, day 1, day 2, day 3, and after that 5 days, you will be surprised at the changes that you'll be seeing. So we'd love to have you. We will email you about this information as well if you're interested in signing up. But we're just a quick plug for that. And thank you for coming to Museum Minds too. And you have one quick workshop you want to talk about.
Right.
Right?
As always, this is our last thing. Our two companies sponsor this call, so we get 2 minutes as a commercial. I do a series called Wonder Workshops, and our next one is coming up on February 24th, just a week or so from now, and it's all about the science of play. And it's more than just a playground in your museum. What is the child development? What is the education? All those things, and teaching your teams how to talk like an educator and identify the learning that's happening in your exhibit spaces without having to go to college to do it. And it's this beautiful blending of my background in education and my 25 years of experience in museums. So that's happening on the 24th. And then in March, I'm doing Wonder Makers again. That's all based on guest interaction. and how to get your frontline teams elevating the guest experience within your museum spaces. So there's all kinds of fun techniques. I have 3 biggies, 3 steps to level up your museum engagement. So those are coming up. You can go to the website. We'll email you. All the things. It's not intermission. That was an old slide from before. All right. Well, thank you for hanging out 2 minutes extra today. I loved this.
Great to
And I
see everyone.
sure hope
Thank you so much.
everybody enjoyed meeting friends. And maybe we'll do it again. Let us know if you loved it. The registration didn't show that everybody loved it, but I'm glad that you were here today. So thank you so much for being here. We will see you next month to talk all about origin stories. Have a great day.
Take care.